The world is experiencing intersecting crises that are undermining hard-fought development gains and efforts to forge an inclusive and sustainable society. For the people of South Africa, the socio-economic fallouts of COVID-19, the rising cost of living, the climate and the energy crisis, and the war in Ukraine are leading to disillusionment and instability as the country goes through an electoral cycle. 7 years to the 2030 deadline and 2 years into the implementation of the cooperation framework for South Africa, business as usual is no longer tenable. Urgent action on large scale is needed. The UN in South Africa needs to be at the center of a reinvigorated, just energy transformation and sustainable development pathway for the country and the people, particularly the most vulnerable. Bold decisions and transformative investments are needed, from energy to food systems, to digital technology, social protection and education, to make real our commitment to leaving no one behind. This needs to be grounded in a renewed social contract, engaging all segments of society, especially women and girls, as called for by the Secretary-General in his report, Our Common Agenda. Over the past 5 years and under the leadership of the Secretary-General, Member States and the UN Development Sustainable Group and our development partners, we have all worked together to ensure the UN development system is fit to respond to the complex demands of Agenda 2030. The SDG Summit in September is an opportunity to build on the collaborative work over the past 5 years and rescue the SDGs at a difficult and urgent moment for people in the world. Through empowered resident coordinators, through new generation of cooperation frameworks and UN country teams. Whilst in Niamey a couple of weeks ago, I was pleased to hear from your resident coordinators about your collective efforts to support the government of South Africa in its pathway towards energy transition. I was also pleased to hear about your focus on the socio-economic implications of energy security challenges that are currently facing the country. In South Africa, it is important you scale up efforts to partner with the government and national and international stakeholders around the priorities in the National Development Plan and reflected in your comprehensive cooperation framework. The focus must continue on transitioning to a just and sustainable development pathway for the people and the country of South Africa.